relax the elbow, elongate the arm. Sit back, go to the other side. Step forward, form the fist, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Carry tiger to the mountain, go to the rear side, rear corner. Square the feet, cross the forearms, raise the left hand. Bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, turn. Okay. Left side grasps the sparrow's tail. Left side single whip. Hold and reverse the ball. Diagonal flying. Sit back, stroke down. Part the horse's mane. Step up, neutral position, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Cross corner, Jade Lady work shuttle. Okay, cross corner, Jade Lady work shuttle. Hook your wrist, turn. Cloud hands. Hook your wrists. Single whip. Hold the ball. And reverse. Diagonal flying. Right side. Close the form. Step back. Shift your weight, relax the shoulders, sink your elbows. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so before going through one, let's go through some of the sequences that are kind of different from the rest of the form, the kicks, and then we'll do that series a few times, and then we'll go on and maybe we'll move on to some other sections, and then we'll do the long form. Right, so face this way. So we just came from single whip. We're in this position. Okay. So I call this a setup. Reverse the ball. Spread the hand as high pat the horse. Flip. Lift the knee. And kick. Then we reset. Set it up. Cross the arms. Open. Flip. Step up and fold the elbows. Your left hand should be on the outside. Toe kick. Okay, we'll try that again. Single whip, pivoting, set up. So these are your first two instep kicks. One, high pat the horse, flip it over, and toe kick or instep kick. Then we set it up. So this is palm up, vertical palm center line, cross, step out, high pat the horse. So not too wide, just about shoulder width, just a little bit bigger than that. So your arms are still here, see? If you bring it out here, then your arms are doing that. Totally different angle, right? One, flip it over, two, left side, kick, and then balance. And that's where you would step back. Okay, we'll try it again. Turn, set it up, flip it over, open, flip, fold, kick, down, and center. Set it up, palms flat, high pat the horse, flip it over, fold, knees up, kick, balance, cross, turn. Right hand goes on top, fold the elbows, heel kick, left side. Back to neutral, left side, brush knee 2 times. One on the right side, twist step, step up, brush knee, left side push. Going forward, planting punch, and we turn. Parry and punch, it's your back fist, set it up. Okay, now we're going to do beat the tiger. 1, so this is just like the first time. 2, turn to the corner, fold the elbows. Now facing the corner, we lift the knee, open, cross behind, go bring your left hand to the top, bring your right hand through the center, turn to the corner. Okay, drop your elbow, stroke down, 180 to get to the rear corner, go to center first, turn to your center. Okay, now it's like Jade Lady work shuttle, the same arm position. Now make a fist. So to clench your fist, sit and turn toward the mirrors. So that's beat the tiger. Hands down here, not up here, relax. Okay, so your hands are almost, well, they're in line. Yeah, and then we're going to turn to lower hoop. Cross the forearm, level the shoulders, and we're going to do that with the arms. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So here, 1. So we're up here. This is, so what is this? This is upper hoop. Right? If I did this, there's your 2 punches to the ear. Right? So if I take away this hand, put this hand here and turn to the corner, my torso's 45 degrees, my shoulder's kind of leading. I square the body to here. I cross my forearm. I lift my knee. I extend the leg and arms. Go down. Create the circular movement to 2 punches to the ear. Okay, so that's beat the tiger and 2 punches there. Right. So there's actually 2 additional postures. in between the two kicks that we have at the end. All right, so we're here, 1. So we have the left hand on top, sort of lining up or coinciding with the left leg forward. Make your fist, clench your fist, gently clench the fist, shift your weight back, pivot on the heel of that front leg. That takes us to here. Okay, so that's the leg work. So when we're here, we sit back, pivot toward the front, right? So we dictate the direction by pivoting toward that direction, and we shift back. Then we lower the hands, we cross the forearm, we level the elbows, and we heel kick. Now we draw back, scoot down to 2 punches to the ear. Okay. Can we try that one more time from here? 1, 2, make your fists. 3, pivot. 4, shift your weight. Find that posture. Lower hu. Cross the arms. Level the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. And then when we sit back, we're like this. Okay, then that's going to take us to the last 2 kicks. Right. So let's review that whole section from single whip. So we pivot to turn, and we're here. Okay. So you notice we have a transition that actually we do this, that takes us over to here. Right. So that's only because if we just pivot from here, our feet are going to be a little bit close together, right? So there's 2 options. If you just pivot, then you actually have to shift this foot over, right? So we have this pivot that takes us into the position by sort of presetting that leg. So that pivoting, works your hips, turning it in, turning it out. But it's actually, something that's a transition that's unique to our Wu style, simply because my teacher had included that pivot from Hung Gar. Hung Gar has that kind of pivoting. So that pivoting is actually something that's a directional thing. It helps you line up your feet correctly. Because the other way of lining up your feet is to just shift the foot over completely, and really what that is it's squaring up your hips. Sorry. So when we're in the single, we pivot, then we end up like this. And then that was our setup. We flip the hands over. Then when we step up and fold and unfold, we actually have high pat the horse. And we flip it over like this, and then we step up, fold the elbow. So you notice the cross hand is right in front of your sternum. And your position is actually just like we came through here, right? Cross hands, right? So from here we lift, and then we kick out, set it up, cross, unfold the hands, flip it over, fold the elbows, and all of this starts to become much more familiar to you. So you start to go through and blend it. Turn, fold your elbows, your right hand's on top, your left hand is outside now, heel kick, left side, brush knee and push, sit back, step up, brush knee and push. And then you step up to planting punch, turn, parry and punch. And then we do the setup again, and this is going to the 4th kick, or 4th movement actually. So it's just like you're doing the first kick, but the hand movements take you to the corner. As we lift the knee and open the hips, cross behind, step and open to a horse stance. The left hand is here, the right hand comes through center, and you turn the shoulders. Right? You turn everything actually. Line up the hands, you're vertically down, pivot, go to the rear. Sink and fold the elbow, like Jade Lady work shuttle, but it's beat the tiger once you clench the fists. Sit back and turn. Okay, let's try that leg work again. From here, clench your fist, shift your weight to the leg, pivot, the unweighted foot, then you're back to center, and we kind of merge the frontal position. Then we sit and cross, lift, and kick. Pull down, and 2 punches to the ear. Okay. So when you shift, you have to look, always kind of find your center, relax the upper body, because when you're here and you don't bring your spine over to the supporting foot, then when you're not over that foot, you're going to lose your balance, right? So that's what happens when you shift and you're in your stance. When we shift, we're here. And then, because this is your vertical spine, then you're here. Okay, then when we drop this elbow, so we have horizontal and vertical, really, right? Elbow vertical, horizontal. We flip the hands over, we fold again, turn the hip like this, open the stance, cross over, toe, heel, toe. And we flip the hands, upper hoop, cross the arm, fold the elbow, turn your hip, lift your knee, open, stroke down, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the two kicks at the end. So the hips have to be relaxed, upper body has to relax. Otherwise, when your upper body is tense, you create top heaviness. And then top heavy means that the forces acting on the upper body start to throw you off. It's like a building, if there's too much wind up on top, it starts to move. It makes it unstable on the bottom. So you have to build a good foundation. So the only foundation we can have is the vertical spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. When we get to here, this is where we have to control that center, cross over, pivot, sink down, turn. Now our center is here, but we have to bring it back as we come back to here. And then we stroke down, 1, 2. So if the upper body and the lower body doesn't have that relationship, then you're not going to have the balance in the motion, because it's separate, it's not connected. So the only way to connect it is actually through your torso, right? So, all right, few deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So is there any section in there you want to review that maybe it was single lotus kick? Single lotus kick, we haven't gotten there yet, but but that is the single the one that you slap your foot? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to the end of the form now. So that's way after this part. I mean, just within what we did. Yeah. We could jump forward after. So anybody with this section? Everybody okay with that? All right. So what's that? Okay, so single lotus kick, actually we're here, right? So we did the palm strikes face, and then we end up crossed like this, right? Now we probably don't see ourselves looking like this, because when you go through the form, you actually never get to see a mirror looking at yourself like this, but that's what it is. It's like giving yourself a hug, that looks like you're holding someone or someone holding you, right? You're like this. So a single lotus kick is this foot coming up and you're slapping this foot here. But if you can't do that, just do this. Just from here, this. So here you have to bring your leg onto the opposite side so that you can do that. So it's your left hand, because don't forget, we just did, say, a palm strikes face, and we sit and we turn like this, right? So when we turn, we cross our arms, we're facing that way, and then we're gonna bring this foot up and then turn. And then turn to here, do a brush knee left. So that's your lotus kick. It's called single lotus. Does anyone know why it's called a single lotus? Yeah, instead of a double lotus. It's in one hand. That's the lotus kick is the crescent kick. That's a lotus kick. Single lotus means you slap it once. Double lotus means you slap it twice. Yeah. And okay, so your palm strikes face there. So we're facing that way, and then we're going to turn. So that's this. The kick is usually on the other side, but we're using the mirror here. So we're in the palm strikes face. So palm strikes face is set up, 1, 2. So we did the mirror here, right? We're using the mirror. We set up 1, 2, 3. And then we sit and we turn, and this hand comes over to your right shoulder, right? So once it's at your right, on your right shoulder, then you're gonna unleash the leg because you lift your knee up and you come across like this. And then you turn this way and then you push. So essentially what we're doing is, if I use this mirror, we're single whip, 1, 2, 3. Palm strikes face, sit back, turn to here. So our weight is here, this hand is under here, and what's going to happen is this is going to come up, and then this is going to turn, and like this. Like I said, if you can't do the foot, and don't hurt yourself, just bring the knee up, slap your knee, then set up a brush knee left side, and then we're going to go back, set up, and that's where the planting or the punch down the crotches. Okay. Yeah. As opposed to that. Yeah, you're just going that way. Your hand is doing this. You go opposite way. So let's try it again. What's that? Lotus kick, single lotus kick. Yeah, lotus blossom. Yeah. No, it doesn't look like a lotus, but it's. Yeah. So the opening part of it is probably the kicking part of it, the bailen. Yeah. It's a dan. Yeah. So the crescent kick is really a crescent kick. Now, it should be about shoulder height. Some people that are competitors might go higher if you're very flexible. But, I mean, one of the ways to practice that, which is, if we're standing like this, if we just lift our knee, then just go like this. That's how we practice crescent kicks. Because the hip turns around like that. And then as you get more flexible, then it comes up like this. Then it comes like that. But that's something else. Yeah, but so that's a crescent kick. It goes all the way to this side. Yeah, so if the hand is here, put this one on top, this one here. Because if you have it the other way, then when you kick, you're stuck. Yeah. Good. That's it. Yeah. Pop, yeah. Yeah, they close at night and they open in the daytime, right? Yeah. 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 The kick, yeah. So after you did the kick, when you're here, right, and you're here, after you do the kick, you're going to come down to here, and then go to the opposite setup, and you brush. Yeah, so because typically when you did the right side, you were on stork flaps, wings, you ended up here, you turn to the right? So this is coming from here, and we set up here. So after the lotus kick, you set this up and you go to there. So that's just a mirror image to the right side setup. You're slapping like this, and then you bring this hand in and turn this way. So it's just like when you're doing this. Because you have a right and left, so we see this is right, this is left. This is actually going to the right, and this is going to the left. So if this is going to the right or left and this is following, then your hands would set up like this. And this is coming to here, and this is setting up like this. So it's pretty consistent in the way you're turning. So those are your setups. Actually, when you do your form, you always have some type of setup. That's something that becomes more and more, precise as you progress, because neutral position, horizontal elbows, all of those have to be familiar to your transition and also familiar to your posture. So that's really the geometry of position. So yeah. So after you slap in the beginning, you're just going to set up your hands 1, 2, then it's pretty broken, and then as you get more agile with the motions, then you start to pull it together better. So, but that's part of the learning. When you learn, you go through the steps, and the process of learning is really, everyone's a little different. How you process this is going to be different. But sometimes a lot of the things that we're talking about, you can't see it happening, mainly because your body doesn't recognize it. You can't do something that you're totally unfamiliar with. So you have to at least be exposed to something before you actually understand what's going on. So it's really an experience. So the more experiences you have, the more insight you have about doing things that are not so familiar. Everything you do is even an app on your phone. How do you if you don't know it exists, there's no way you're gonna try to look for it. First you have to know it exists. So when you look for this position, you're not familiar with it on the left side. You do it on the right side. So after you do the kick, automatically you want to do this, because you have that already kind of ingrained and programmed into your system. Now you have to do the other side. So you have to reverse it and get the mirror to it. So it is a process. We have this same issue with people doing the other forms, because most of the movements are right side offensive dominant. So when you go to the left side, you're not familiar with it. You're not wired for that. So when you try to do it, it gets something that you have to think about. So you have to think through it during the learning process, and then you don't have to think about it, because it gets into your subconscious, and then you learn that way. Some people are very good at mimicking, so right away they see this is going up, and they see this hand does what it should, but it doesn't happen right away. So let's go through the form now, otherwise we won't have time. Okay. So. Okay. Oh, Simon's up there. So Simon says, do this. Okay. Ready? Go. kick. So that was your right side setup after that heel kick. Yeah, and then we're going to do a planting punch. Turn, parry and punch. Okay, here's the fourth set of movements. The high pat the horse. Go to the corner. Open, cross behind, go to the left, move to the right. So here's your stance. Up the center, to the corner, drop your elbow, pass right through the body to the rear corner. Clench your fists, sit back, turn. 1, 2, 3, heel kick. 2 punches to the ear. Left hand on top. Flip it over, fold, open, cross over, pivot, and flip the hands on top, fold, elbows up, hammer fist, invert the hand, parry and punch. Then we're ready to step up and repeat the whole sequence. This section of the form to carry tiger to the mountain. To the obliques. Then we hold the ball, reverse the ball, first diagonal right side, sit back, pot the horse's mane. And then the 4 corners. Pot the horse's mane. So then the mirror or crossing over is exactly the same. Then we have grasped the sparrow's tail here. Back to single whip. Second set of cloud hands. The single whip. Okay, pivot, set up, cover hand, snake sticks out tongue, invert, pull down, step up, cross through your center, golden cockerel, press and thrust, golden cockerel, neutral position, reverse, repulse the monkey, carry tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball and then continue to the step up. Stork flaps wings. Brush knee. Set up one time. Second insert needle. Step forward. Fan to the back. Turn. Stroke down. Parry and punch. Step up. Punch. Divert. Block and punch. Cross the arms. Leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Hook your wrists. Single whip. Okay. Third set of cloud hands. Single whip. Turn, pivot, set up. Palm strikes face. Single lotus kick. Left side set up for brush knee push. Go to the forward position. Twist step. Punch down the crotch. Step up. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Back to single whip. Second downward posture. Go directly to this position. Cover hand, snake sticks out tongue. Pull down. Shift and step up. Reverse. Ride the tiger. Palm strikes face. Turn. Double lotus. Draw bow to shoot tiger. Step up. Set it up. Palm strikes face. Second turn to parry and punch. Step up. Set it up. Flip the hands over. High pat the horse. Step up. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Hold and reverse the ball. Second diagonal flying right side. Close your form. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. That's it. Okay.